Hello, Nick Berry here again from www.marketing-sales.eu for English or .de for German. Links are in the description below. I've been a freelance copywriter and creative director for over 20 years in the marketing and advertising world, and for the last 12 or 13 years specializing in B2B, business to business. And this little video series is me sharing some thoughts and impulses that I hope will be useful to you if you work in that area. Whether you're in the agency side or client side, doesn't really matter. Just some thoughts. What are we going to talk about today? The word you hear in this business more than anything else is creativity. Creativity. What is it? What does it mean? Because it's almost like you're creative just because you work in the advertising and marketing industry makes you creative. Or like working in a concert hall makes you musical. Anyway, you hear the word a lot. So what does it mean? And I've got the definition here. I'm going to read this off the paper because otherwise I won't get it right. I've looked in a few dictionaries and I've come up with a definition that you find pretty much consistently is defined as creativity is the use of imagination or original ideas to create something. Okay? Something what? So, if it's just the act of creation, am I being creative if I invent a really innovative new umbrella with a fantastic new fabric that lets the rain through? Is that being creative? Would you call that creativity? According to the dictionary, it is. Sir Ken Robinson, who died lately, I recommend you heartily to him if you've never come across him. Ken Robinson died very comparatively young, age 70, something like that. He was a great educationalist and a great theorist and practitioner on education. He defined creativity as the process of having original ideas that have value. Original ideas that have value. That's the bit the dictionary seemed to be missing, and that was the bit that Ken Robinson that really resonated when I heard him say that. For example, I remember my financial advisor. That's not a business that you would naturally think of as highly creative, giving people financial advice. But I remember my financial advisor saying the thing he loved about his job was its creativity. And in his terms, the creativity of that job was being able to make things happen for his clients that they didn't see a way of making happen for themselves. And in my case, on that particular occasion, I was looking for financing to buy an apartment. I thought I couldn't afford, and he showed me that I could, and I've been living in it ever since. That, I would say, was very creative. Very creative in any terms. In other words, he's given a particular proposition and he has to find a way to make it work, to realize it in a way that I could live with, and that he did. On the other hand, certainly in the marketing and advertising business, we're surrounded by endless examples of creativity, flashing lights, colors, beautiful layouts, all the stuff that advertising and marketing is about. But if you add the Ken Robinson thing and say, do they add value? In the sense of, do they sell anything? Because what is value in marketing and advertising? How do you measure value in marketing and advertising? You measure it in terms of increased sales. That is it. That is all advertising and marketing is there to do. And anyone who tells you any different is, anyway, we don't need to go there. Advertising and marketing started in the early days of newspapers and movable type, when people could start, well, the industry that we know today started really in the 16th century when print and roads improved to the extent that people could travel between cities easily, so they could sell between cities easily, and so on. Its only job from then and ever onwards was to sell things when your best salesperson cannot be there. In other words, the value of advertising and marketing is the revenue it generates for your company or yourself. If your highly creative advertising and marketing materials do not create that value, they are not being creative. At the most, they're being entertaining. At the worst, they're being patronizing and a stupid waste of money. So, creativity in advertising and marketing. Creativity in advertising and marketing is finding ways to achieve its number one task, which is to sell your product or service. And anything that does not do that is not worthy of the name creative. Just a thought. Thanks for sharing it, and feel free to explore more of these videos. www.marketing-sells.eu, or DE for Germany. Bye-bye.